For whom? Las Vegas, a city that never sleeps, where the lights never dim and the excitement never fades. This is a place where dreams are made and broken in the blink of an eye. The name conjures images of dazzling lights, clinking champagne glasses, and endless nights of carefree fun. The Las Vegas Strip, with its iconic casinos and luxury hotels, is a playground for adults, a place where the ordinary rules of life seem to be suspended. Tourists flock to this Nevada desert oasis, lured by the promise of hitting the jackpot or losing themselves in a whirlwind of entertainment. From high-stakes poker games to world-class shows, there's something for everyone in this city of dreams. But behind the glittering facade, a darker reality simmers. The bright lights and glamour mask a world of hardship and struggle. For every winner there are countless losers, and the cost of the city's relentless pursuit of pleasure is often paid by those who can least afford it. A reality experienced by those who call this city home. Away from the Strip, in the residential neighborhoods, life is a stark contrast to the glitz and glamour. Here, families try to make ends meet, children go to school, and people go about their daily lives far removed from the tourist frenzy. While tourists revel in the city's excesses, residents grapple with the consequences. The influx of visitors brings economic benefits, but it also strains local resources and infrastructure. Schools are overcrowded, public services are stretched thin, and the cost of living continues to rise. High crime rates, rampant gambling addiction, environmental challenges, and a lack of community cast a long shadow over the city's allure. The very elements that make Las Vegas a magnet for tourists also contribute to its darker side. The constant flow of money and people creates opportunities for crime and exploitation, while the desert environment poses unique challenges for sustainability. This is the story of Las Vegas beyond the neon lights, a cautionary tale of a city that thrives on tourism while struggling to provide a livable environment for its own people. It's a place of contrasts, where the line between fantasy and reality is often blurred, and where the pursuit of pleasure can come at a high cost. As the city continues to grow and evolve, the challenge will be to find a balance between the needs of its visitors and the well-being of its residents. Peel back the glamour of the Strip, and a different picture emerges. Beneath the neon lights and the bustling casinos lies a city grappling with a dark reality. Las Vegas, often seen as the epitome of entertainment and excess, is also a city under siege by crime. Away from the glitz and glamour, the backstreets tell a different story. Here, the contrast between the opulence of the Strip and the struggles of everyday life is stark. Rundown areas and neglected neighborhoods paint a grim picture of a city divided. Las Vegas grapples with a crime rate significantly higher than the national average. The statistics are alarming, with violent crimes and property crimes both on the rise. In recent years, the city has seen a surge in criminal activities that have left residents and authorities alike on edge. In 2024, the city's property crime rate was double the national average, a sobering statistic for those who choose to live amidst the casinos and nightclubs. This spike in crime has had a profound impact on the community, with many residents feeling increasingly unsafe in their own homes. Stories of carjackings, robberies, and assaults plague the local news. Each incident adds to the growing sense of fear and insecurity among the residents. The once vibrant neighborhoods are now overshadowed by the constant threat of crime. The local news is filled with reports of violent incidents, from armed robberies to brutal assaults. The police are stretched thin, struggling to keep up with the rising tide of crime. Emergency vehicles and police tape have become a common sight in many parts of the city. Residents live with a constant awareness of their surroundings, their sense of security overshadowed by the city's underbelly. Many have taken extra precautions, installing security systems and avoiding certain areas after dark. The fear of becoming the next victim is ever present. The city's underbelly is a stark contrast to its glittering facade. Shadowy figures lurk in alleys, and the sense of unease is palpable. For many residents, the anxiety of living in such an environment takes a toll on their mental and emotional well-being. The influx of tourists, while boosting the economy, also creates opportunities for criminals. The sheer number of visitors makes it easier for criminals to blend in and target unsuspecting individuals. Pickpocketing, scams, and other petty crimes are rampant, adding to the city's crime woes. Locals often feel vulnerable and exposed, knowing that the same attractions that draw millions of visitors each year also attract criminals. The sense of community is eroded as people become more wary of their surroundings and less trusting of strangers. The very things that draw visitors, the promise of anonymity, the 24/7 party atmosphere, contribute to an environment where crime can fester. The nightlife that makes Las Vegas famous also makes it a hotspot for criminal activities, creating a paradox where the city's greatest strengths are also its greatest vulnerabilities. Las Vegas is synonymous with gambling. The city, often referred to as the entertainment capital of the world, is a dazzling oasis in the desert, drawing millions of visitors each year. The allure of the bright lights, the sound of slot machines, and the promise of hitting the jackpot create an intoxicating atmosphere that is hard to resist. Casinos are woven into the city's fabric, readily accessible on every corner. From the iconic strip to the local neighborhoods, gambling establishments are omnipresent. They are not just places of entertainment, but have become an integral part of the city's identity and economy. The neon signs and grand entrances beckon both tourists and locals alike, offering a chance to escape reality, if only for a moment. While this might seem appealing to tourists looking for a thrill, it poses a significant challenge for residents. The constant presence of casinos means that the temptation to gamble is always there, lurking around every corner. For many locals, this isn't just a harmless pastime but a daily struggle. The easy access to gambling can lead to devastating consequences, affecting not just the individual, but their families and the wider community. Las Vegas boasts one of the highest rates of gambling addiction in the country. The city's unique environment, where gambling is not only accepted but encouraged, creates a perfect storm for addiction. The thrill of the game, the hope of a big win, and the social aspect of gambling can quickly turn into a dangerous obsession. For some, what starts as a fun night out can spiral into a life-consuming habit. The constant temptation, the ease of access, and the normalization of gambling create a breeding ground for addiction. The availability of 24/7 casinos means that there is always an opportunity to gamble, no matter the time of day or night. This relentless accessibility, combined with the societal acceptance of gambling, makes it incredibly difficult for individuals to break free from the cycle of addiction. The financial strain, the emotional toll, and the impact on personal relationships can be devastating. Families are torn apart, lives are ruined, and the city's mental health resources are stretched thin trying to combat this epidemic. The ripple effects of gambling addiction extend far beyond the individual, affecting loved ones and the community at large. Support groups and counseling services are crucial in providing help, but the demand often exceeds the available resources. The emotional and psychological impact on families can be profound, leading to a cycle of despair and hopelessness. The flashing lights and the promise of easy money become a siren song, luring vulnerable individuals into a spiral of debt and despair. The initial thrill of gambling can quickly turn into a relentless pursuit of losses, with individuals chasing the elusive win that never comes. The psychological manipulation, the false sense of control, and the addictive nature of gambling create a perfect storm that can be incredibly difficult to escape. The impact on mental health, financial stability, and overall well-being is profound, making gambling addiction a serious public health issue that requires urgent attention and comprehensive solutions. Section 4. Parched Paradise: Las Vegas's unsustainable thirst. Las Vegas thrives in the middle of a desert, an oasis built on a foundation of unsustainable water consumption. The city draws heavily on the Colorado River, a dwindling resource shared by 7 states and Mexico. As droughts become more frequent and severe, the strain on this vital water source intensifies. The lush golf courses, shimmering pools, and extravagant fountains that define Las Vegas's image come at a steep environmental cost. Water restrictions are becoming increasingly common, impacting residents' daily lives. The city's very existence is threatened by its reliance on a resource that is rapidly disappearing. Section 5. Mirage of community isolation in the neon desert. The transient nature of Las Vegas's population, fueled by the tourism industry, makes it challenging to cultivate a sense of community. People come and go, chasing dreams of fortune or fleeing past mistakes. This constant churn creates a sense of detachment and isolation. Neighbors remain strangers, and genuine connections are difficult to forge. The city's focus on entertainment and spectacle often overshadows the need for authentic human interaction, leaving residents feeling lost and alone amidst the dazzling lights and manufactured excitement.